Hello Capricorn, and welcome to my page, The Right Guidance. My name is Lisa, and I'm here to bring in loud and clear guidance and advice for you for August the 5th through the 15th, 2019. I'm going to be using two decks, one for love and relationships of all kinds, John Holland's The Psychic Tarot for the Heart, and then just guidance in general using the Angel Tarot cards. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? So asking my angels and guides and your angels and guides to bring in loud and clear advice for you. Gotta turn that one back around. What do you need to know for the next 10 days? Happy holidays to all of my Canadian friends. We have a holiday today, August the 5th. Okay, so we have 4 love cards. And I'm going to fix the lighting 1 second. Elena, I don't know if my daughter can hear me. Elena, can you turn on the dining room light, please? Thank you. That's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see what's happening in love and in general for you. Okay, so we have 8 cards. And if you require any personal guidance, once you receive these messages, you can reach out to me. And we can do a live reading together via FaceTime or lots of other avenues, of course. Okay, what you can do and what I've been having, the other signs, I've only recorded Sagittarius so far. If you would like to pick a catalyst card from each of the sections, and that can be like your number one go-to message, both in relationships and of course in general for the next 10 days, okay? The whole message is going to resonate for your next 10 days, but it's just going to be like what your main focus is, okay? So let's get started, shall we? Now, when I do the readings, don't necessarily focus too much on what it says. I'm reading more the channeled guidance I get from my guides, okay? So here you are breaking through. It does say seek the truth, but you are breaking through your old belief patterns, how you've been living your life so far. It's time to open up, okay? And bring in, of course, my daughter sounds like she's renovating in the kitchen right now as she's laughing. It is time for you to break through, okay? So you're cutting the bullshit. You're opening up to new possibilities, okay? So because this is a love and relationship card, you don't have to only take it as that, but it's time for you to walk towards, you know, a relationship that brings you the peace that the light would offer, okay? So if your relationships in the past and even friendships and family relationships have kind of left you in the dark, it's time for you to move forward with your, you know, tribe, let's say, okay? For example, it's time for you to walk towards people who are going to make you feel at peace and at home, okay? Not just, of course, in romance, but seeking the truth. You know, if you want to listen to what that message is saying, it's like, you know, it is kind of like cutting through the bullshit. So it is, you know, time for all of us to stop ignoring what our intuition is telling us and to stop ignoring the red flags and to walk forward following our intuition. Let's see what the other cards have to say, and we'll go forward from there, okay? Oh, this is an amazing piggybacking message for sure. This is you breaking the chains. It does say that you're healing. Let me try to focus a bit better here. I'm not sure why it's so dark in here. All right, so it's time for you to use your heart center, okay, and break the chains for the way that you've been holding yourself back in, of course, in relationships, but just in life in general, okay? You are seeking the light. So perhaps you have been doing some spiritual work, and this is your angels and guides saying, listen, look, it's working. So you're breaking free of past patterns and ways that, you know, you have been holding yourself back, okay? So, you know, it's from you staying in relationships too long and staying in a job too long or staying in situations or dragging yourself even into dramas within the family that are really not your business, okay? So break free and free your time up. Free your time up so you can spend time on you and with people who actually matter, okay? Awesome. Alrighty. So next message. Okay, Sagittarius got this message as well. The giving and receiving. Of course, in relationships, we want to have balance, give and receive from the people that we choose to spend our time with. So if your relationships, you know, in the past have had you giving, and you have felt resentful. It's time for you to break free, see, and heal yourself from that pattern, because it is unhealthy to only be the giver and not the receiver. And sometimes when we give so much to people, okay, we end up resenting the relationship and resenting them. But we should come to relationships as a perfect, whole, and complete person, so we can give 100%. And until you can do so, you need to work on yourself. So it's time for you to give to yourself in all areas of your life. Okay, so from an intuitive nature, time for you to meditate and collect information, time for you to also heal yourself. And, you know, there's so many ways for you to give to yourself. And, you know, how do you want to give to yourself? Do you want to do self-care acts? Do you want to, you know, do spa treatments and beauty treatments and perhaps a makeover? However you want to give to yourself, it's time for you to give back to yourself the time that is necessary for you, to heal and break the chains and to kind of see where you've been. So journaling about past experiences and past relationships, and what did you learn about yourself in that relationship, so you can move forward, you know, attracting healthy relationships and, you know, coming together in relationships with people, even in friendship, where you're giving and they're receiving, and then they'll give to you and you'll receive. So it's balanced, right? We want to have balanced relationships. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. This is, sorry that this card is really dark. It's the Darkest Fears card. But to me, it's like, you know, it's okay to disconnect. This does show someone who, has taken a step back and is closing the door. Okay. Now, don't worry so much about what that is saying, okay? It's not about your darkest fears coming true. It's not, okay? Because these are my cards and that's not how I read them, okay? This is you taking a step back and, again, having a review, okay, of where you've been, okay? And just collecting, you know, data on yourself, okay? What did you learn about yourself in all the relationships so far, especially the ones that have left you feeling, you know, resentful, that you have to cut yourself and remove yourself from the situation? What did you learn? What red flags did you ignore? We've all been doing that. It's time for you to use your intuition and say, okay, let me step back and collect some time for myself. Okay. That's what this card is. Okay. Let's see what the other messages are saying. Okay. For your next 10 days. Okay. So you have the Queen of Water, and this is actually a really good card. It does show that the traits you should be experiencing now or giving are being a tender-hearted nature, empathetic, patient, and loving in relationships. Okay, so still we're dealing with relationships even in the general cards here, and it is about you, you know, showing yourself. Let me just try and tune into you, because this is a really, really pretty card. Okay, this is you rising above. Now this is, you know, these are the water cards. These are the cup cards in traditional tarot. It's about emotions. And there could be lots of bullshit going on around you. But you are to remain in the light. You are to cut yourself away from the bullshit and be peaceful in nature and stay out of the drama if you find yourself surrounded in other people's drama. But it does, I will read the bottom just because it's there and you might be curious. It does say relationships develop to a new level, asking you to trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. This is really what the next 10 days need to be about. It's about rising to the occasion for yourself, most importantly, surrounding yourself with really healed, balanced, kind people, people who you see as a mentor, even spiritual people that you might hire to spend time with and collect some information from them, from their intuition as well, perhaps a coach as well. Okay. So it's about rising up to meet, you know, your destiny. Okay. And what do you want to do? What did you come here to do? What are you ignoring? So that's what your next 10 days need to be about, is about you and rising to the occasion and leaving out other people's shit and not about them. Another Cups card, another water card, emotions, 3 of water. I'll read the bottoms because I know you're going to be curious. It says a celebration. Could be anything like a wedding, a graduation, or a birth announcement, and the need to have more fun. Again, this is about relationships. The cup cards are about emotions again, and this is a water card. So in this deck, it is about emotions, and it's about how are you going to fill your cup. If you had 3 cups, okay, for the next 10 days, let me ask you what you would fill each cup with. If I said, this is how you're going to spend your time. What is your first cup going to be filled with? You can say, friends and spending time with friends. Okay, fantastic. What's your second card going to be filled up with? And I want you to say anything that I require for self-care. It has to be one of those cups. And then the third cup can be to your divine life purpose, I would hope. Okay. And what are your needs in that area? And if that area of your life is very balanced and you're very satisfied, Capricorn, in your divine life purpose, then that might be, you know, other people's needs, like my kids or my family or my siblings or whatever it is you want to fill it up with. But I want you to kind of think of the next 10 days as 3 separate cups, and which energy am I going to give? So you can even set it up as goals. You know, here's my goals for the next 10 days. Okay. Where do I need to seek the truth? Where do I need to cut the bullshit? Whose change do I need to free myself up from? Because it's time for me to take control back in my life and to give myself back the time that I require, because it's time for me to give back to me. Okay. And it's time for me to step back, close the door, and spend some time alone in quiet contemplation, figuring out what I want, say, the next part of my year, the next 6 months to look like. Okay. Where do I need to set some goals? Who do I need to work with? Do I need to hire a professional? Do I need to join a group where there's other like-minded? Like I'm starting that up with, it doesn't have to just be businesswomen, because I don't care who joins us, but it's like, listen, we all need to stay focused, and helping each other bounce ideas off each other is very powerful. So perhaps it's taking a step back from your usual tribe and joining a new tribe, and working on yourself and cutting yourself away from the bullshit and the drama, and rising up to the occasion to get yourself where you need to go. Filling my cup up. What 3 cups are you going to fill up with? Okay, Capricorn, you get 3 things, like 3 wishes, but it's not a wish. It's like, how am I going to choose to spend my time? 2 of them should be for you, and maybe 1 can be for others. Okay, let's see what the other 2 cards are saying. Okay, you have an Earth card, and you know this, I'm so sorry, it's so dark all of a sudden. I don't know if we're getting rain all of a sudden here in Toronto. Okay, 5 of Earth. It says fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. I'm just reading that to you because I know that's what you're going to be curious about. These are my cards. What I see with this card personally, I'm going to just tune in. There's a beautiful place in nature that is like a temple. Okay, and this needs to be your temple. And the Earth card is obviously going out into nature and spending time working on your inner temple, or in, you know, the area that you wish to spend time on. And that could be, you know, yeah, your new career. This could be your goal setting and your plans on what's important to you. Do you need to process stuff? Do you need to really get clear on what you've been doing with your life so far? And where are you now setting your goals? What changes are going to be made? And the only way to do that, guys, is to disconnect, like this one is saying. Step back, go into nature, and do this work with yourself or with someone else if you want. But it really is about stepping back, going into nature, and just like really collecting yourself. Okay, purging old emotions perhaps, and releasing yourself from all of that. Cut your cords to all past relationships. Anyone who's hurt you in the past, it is about releasing them. That's what cutting cords is releasing them and processing and thanking them for the experience as well. And it is owning your part in that drama, if there's any drama, and just saying, okay, like moving forward, this is what I've learned. And this is what I'm going to do to make those necessary changes so that I'm happy too inside, okay? Let's see what the last card shows. Okay, the 2 of Fire. And I'll read you the bottom. It says you're coming into your own new partnerships or new contracts, coming and continuing to move forward. Now, I really like this card because to me, this is a partnership card and not like just of the romantic nature. I'm not saying that. These are 2 people that are very, very different. Okay, this is a dragon and behind. This is, you know, they're to me, they look like 2 males. Not that it matters. But it is coming together. This dragon is happy, okay? So it's like coming together with people. And this could be, you know, someone that you choose to hire as a coach or, you know, as an intuitive, you know, mentor, someone that you're going to work with. So that way, you know, because this is a new partnership coming in and this is someone you're going to work with, this person is going to be safe, okay, for you to share your dreams and your goals with and to work with, perhaps in partnership together with in whatever you're working on. But obviously you could have completely separate things. These are 2 very different people. But this is just working with like-minded individuals for common goals. And it could be, like I said, like working together in a professional group where you guys decide, you know, we're going to just spend time together. So we're all working, because I did that, you know, in the past. I pick a destination and people come if they want to come. I'm working for a few hours. So if you want to work, you work. We bounce ideas off each other, but it's like coming together. So they're saying, like, if you're wondering if you should be joining forces with someone, this would be, you know, a yes. If you're thinking about doing a career with someone, or developing a business with someone, or just, you know, hiring someone to work with you on helping you develop those plans, it's a yes. Okay, so I hope you have found these messages helpful. As always, I love the feedback and personal messages. You can leave it here for me if you've logged into YouTube, or you can find me on Facebook, The Right Guidance. I'd appreciate it. Bye, guys.